Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN channel again with more reveals this evening. I've got no idea what the hell it's going to be, so let's just see what the cards are and my first opinions on them. So let's get into this. Oh my god, finally we're actually getting a champion. We didn't know whether or not we were just never going to see champions to the very end. And it's Poppy, who we did actually see in the artwork from one of the previous cards. So let's get in. I'm guessing she's going to be dual region.
All right, team.
But let's get in. I want to see some level up animation. Yeah, I want to see some level up animation. But yet again, she is dual region. She is Demacia with Bandle, which does mean yet again the Bandle tree. It's getting more and more yodel, slowly but surely, getting you more and more regions, which makes it slightly more viable. So she is a 4-cost, 4-free Poppy attack. Grant me and all allies that equal or less power than me. So +1/+1. So basically, she's like a build a board of little people. Go forward, and she's like giving everyone like a bolstering effect of +1/+1. So bear in mind that she's already in like Demacia, so we know for a fact that there's already the in terms of we were talking about Demacian kind of things. This would be able to give Cyphria, like Cyphria, the first Cyphria that you get, you can give her +1/+1. There is a chance of giving the Valor and why can't I think of the name, like the Hawk. Why is my mind not able to say the Fleet Feather Tracker? Like all of those kind of cards whereby they are grab challenge units. A lot of them are actually under this stat line. So the fact that Poppy can actually bolster them, if we were using this in Demacia, because obviously that's more where my mind is going here, but you can obviously use this with like the yodels within Bandle C to be able to like make it again. It's all about making a bit of a board, attacking forward, and increasing those stats. She basically is a champion version of the why can't I think of his name? The Noxian guy, the Battlecaster. That's the one. So she's like that. Only obviously it's a very specific criteria. And also which it is grant. I didn't actually notice that. That was grant all allies with equal or less power. So actually she is not only bolstering them but continuous buff for this one. So yeah, again, building a board of little tiny things as they're going forward. They're slowly but surely getting stronger until they meet her power, because it is equal or less to her power. So once they go past 4, once they hit 5, so anything that's in the reputation mark, then she's going to be, actually correction, I've just noticed that, because it is grant me, and so her attack is going up as well. So Poppy's attack is going to be going up, meaning that the things that is actually quite devastating. Like slowly but surely you can build up an army, which Demacia does really well anyway when it comes to elites. So whether or not this will make it into an elite deck with Poppy, bearing in mind that the allegiance unit within Demacia is the granting everyone, like the Bannerman, giving everyone +1/+1. So potentially quite a big buff Demacia card. I really should read every aspect of it. But, you know, so slowly but surely she's going to be getting her stats up, and then that's going to mean that she's going to continuously be upping everyone, unless somebody started on like in front of her. But if she catches up, then slowly but surely she will be able to give them more and more stats. So actually, Poppy, currently quite a devastating card in her, which it first leveled form, and I've attacked with allies 3 times. Now, what's important to note here is that it does say with allies. So it's not just the fact that Poppy's attacked 3 times, because Poppy attacking 3 times is not a hard thing to do, but making sure that you've got an ally on the board which is going forward with her, because otherwise, because what you need to remember is that like you could say that if it was just her attacking 3 times, if you were using say Noxus and using the card which means that they get to do the free attack, the ruined what the hell it is, why is my mind not able to say no, Ruined Reckoner, which allows for them to go for the free attack, it's not going to count towards her level up because there needs to be allies going forward with her as well. So that's another reason why the Cataclysm, which is already in Demacia, which is giving a free attack to something basically, yet again that won't work with her either, because it has to be with allies. I mean, I guess you could use you could use Cataclysm if you were drawing J4 out at the exact same time to make that happen, but I don't suggest doing that. But I'm loving the look of her thing, like the whole idea of building an army and slowly but surely bolstering it. Like it's not a bad move, and like for 4, potentially curve wise, that's not too bad either, to be able to get a bunch of little things out and then have a board that's going to be gonna be buffing, but let's get in.
I can spend a whole fight.
So, whoop, I missed completely what that said. I do apologize. I will go backwards and forwards every now and again as I'm trying to read different things that I missed. I thought that actually, right, here we go. Tiny shield, the tiny shield, which is a 1 mana focus speed. So bear in mind that obviously it can't be used outside. So grant an LGN ally +1. But it is grant, so it's not just for the round. So giving them +1. It's 1 mana, and it is Bandle City as well. That's the other thing to remember. That still, I don't know who the hell you are, but you've got a fantastic moustache. I'm sure, hopefully, we will see what it is that you do. But I just need to say that. And we've got something called Heroic Charge as well, which is a 5 mana slow speed. So let's just get in. I just see things. I get so excited. I just want to see it all. Okay. So, boom, 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 boom. She does actually work really well with Teemo, and I guess Fizz as well, because Fizz will have that elusiveness going for her as well. So, for Demacia!
Sure you want to do this?
Okay. So, that looked like it was a strike spell. So, a 5 mana slow speed.
What do you see up there, Pip?
Right, we've got a Yodel, which yet again, Demacian, which is Demacian Bandle City, which has got Scout, which then means that Scout, if it's in, what's the face, Demacia, means that you can consider Quinn, but let's face it, Quinn has kind of gone a little bit off track at this moment in time, but I mean, it bears considering, right? Which is the Yodel Ranger, which attack, grant me and all allies with equal or less, so yeah, again, this is going to the same thing as Poppy, granted them health rather than health and attack. Not the worst thing, especially if you're building an army that you're bolstering. And with the right amount of challenge units, that's not bad. So yeah, with the right amount of challenge units, not bad at all. Okay. So, are we going to see a lovely level up animation here? Come on, show it to me, show it to me. I just want to see the level up. Right, we now get, oh, somebody who instantly starts off with double attack. Now, what you need to remember is, yeah, sure, he doesn't look like much at the moment. Which is, so yeah, again, it's a 3 mana, which is Demacia Bandle City with double attack, which we've not actually seen anyone get double attack immediately. A lot of the things that we've seen have had to, like Lucian and Senna, have to acquire it through some other means or being able to use, Flurry of Fists, but this one already has it. Now, admittedly, it's only got a 1/1 stat line, but it can be buffed up by, what's her face themselves, like, it can be buffed up by, Poppy. But we need to also remember is that this card can actually be buffed up by Noxus as well. Like, if you were using this card with, say, Might is immediately meaning that this card has got, like, double attack and overwhelm on it as well. You can say that, which I was trying to think, like maybe even a Targon deck whereby you're using gems and then you use the overwhelm spell on it through that. The well, I can't think of names right now. Zenith Blade, because like Targon gives you ways of also increasing their health stat as well. So maybe some weird Poppy Tarek deck, like I don't know where it gets fully formed, but I'm just saying, like, there are options by something already having double attack, giving overwhelm to such things. So yet again, the Shurima card, the Absolution, which is Absolution card, can come into effect here and give him plus stats. It's more about keeping that health stat up, but actually seeing a unit and a Yodel with double attack is actually quite devastating. It's more so than what people think because of its ability, as I said, of getting overwhelmed on that by any way and increased stats is just devastating. So I'm actually happy to see a unit starting off immediately with double attack, because we haven't really seen that before. It has to be acquired through other means or things dying and sacrifice. So let's just get back in. Okay. I just want to see this lovely level up. It's really funny because the opponent is playing a deck that I wouldn't mind playing with Poppy, because it's a very much like it's a challenge based deck that with Poppy, all those units are slowly but surely going to get buffed and buffed and buffed. So actually the comedy is that what the opponent is playing, I can actually see as being an okay Poppy deck. Especially with the rally that would come, especially the rally that would come off of Garen. Oh, I missed what that one was. That's my bad. So stress defense. Set a unit's stats to 1/6. This. Ooh, yeah, 6 health is actually like for a 3-mana burst speed. Like, yeah, sure. What is nice about this card is it is purely a defensive card because no one's ever going to throw this in onto attack. But unless it's going to save something that you really want to save. But what is nice about this card is the design. There's not many things which can do 6 damage or get it like to that point. So actually being able to do that, then your opponent can put buffs on and can put spells and actually still break this. But it's a nice defensive like thing to be able to defend yourself. Like, I actually do like the design of stress, which is stress defense, is actually quite nice. For a 3-mana burst speed, make sure that something can get past for the round. It's not bad at all. Okay, so the Smith, which is just Bandle City. So attack. Give all allies with equal. So yeah, again, it's going down that same equal or less. Which it quicker. Giving. So yeah, again, like perfectly on curve with her, because bear in mind she's a 4 cost. Like if you can start to get things like this out, which are giving quick attack, especially yet again if you're fighting the Demacian challenge units, because this is give all allies with equal or less efficiency. A lot of the challenge units within Demacia instantly have like that 2-1 as being like their stat line or something along those lines. So this yet again just meaning that this can give them all quick. So those challenge units can be quite a devastating thing. Like there's actually quite a good deck forming here. Okay. Succession, detain. Let me see this level up animation. So hammer, whoop, and then okay, right. New keyword, impact, which we already know about. So Poppy actually gets impact as well, which is quite devastating. So when this strikes, which it deals, so like when this strikes while attacking, deal 1 or like however much it's stacked up to, because obviously we've got that other unit which stacks it up to 4 to do basically a decimate when it goes forward. But Poppy's got it. Grant me and all allies equal to my health +2 and impact. And what we do know is that impact can stack. So like Poppy is the impact champion, whereby she can give impact and then give impact again and stack it up, and every single time what that means is when you're striking, you are doing that damage to the enemy nexus. And I already pointed out before, the impact, it says when this strikes while attacking, which it deal damage. So potentially, I already said that Demacia is a great place for this keyword because of its amount of strike spells. So be it single combat or concerted strike. But the big one is judgment. If you can get judgment onto, like, force your opponent to be able to defend, so they defend themselves across the whole board, and then you use judgment on something with impact, it should mean that for every single strike that you're getting while attacking, because obviously that's the important thing. It won't work on your defensive turn, but on your attacking turn, if you use judgment, everything that hits, it should, now I'm assuming that's how this is going to work, it should hit the enemy nexus for however much that impact is. And if Poppy keeps stacking up the impacts, you can actually get quite a devastating hit coming off of judgment. So I'm actually loving Poppy as being a champion right now. Just, I cannot wait to build it. I can't wait to build with all of these cards. So boom, damage, it's all good. Rallying again and going forward again, which, as I said, if you were just using what's his face anyway, Garen, you could very easily do that. Oh, watch it, that guy only gives himself. I read his card text wrong, because I thought that he gave other people quick attack. He only gains quick attack himself by the looks of it. So ignore my previous statements about challenge units. I mean, I could probably see this. I can probably see this when I go onto the thing. So, oh, actually, it shows them all at the end. Okay, so heroic charge was one of the things that we saw. So, an ally strikes an enemy. If it survives, stun it. So yeah, so that's not actually too bad, because that's meaning that, number one, you're getting the strike, you could kill it, but even if you don't kill it, you're still stunning it and stopping it from attacking this round if you are, or defending, attacking or defending, depending on which round you've got. So not too bad. We already saw these ones. Yeah, so it is, but it does say give all allies with equal Okay, I guess that theory she was. Ignore my ignore. Ooh, a one-cost Bandle City Yodel, which is the Yodel Squire play. Create a tiny spear or tiny shield. We already saw tiny shield, so tiny spear just does the opposite of giving +1 damage stat rather than 1 defensive stat. Not a bad thing to play in a deck like this. As I said, when you're considering that you're trying to get small units onto the board that can keep on the board, so basically using tiny shield most of the time to make sure that you are gaining that like units staying alive until Poppy comes out and starts to attack forward with them. Not a bad thing at all. So I'm actually loving this. This is like, she's an amazing champion for several different regions. Let's see whether or not there are any more cards when it comes to mobilytics. Here we go. Right, so her spell is here, maybe slightly better. Place an enemy unit on top of the enemy deck. Create a pop. So this is something whereby, yet again, it's disruption, but this one is actually ball disruption coming in here. Now it is 6 mana slow speed, so it's not easy, but for the right unit, sending it back and putting it on top of the deck, depending on what kind of deck you're up against. So it's one of those things, but it's not like. Whereas recall means that you're putting it back in the opponent's hand, you've got to be aware of how much mana they've got, because you've got to be like, okay, crap, I want to do this recall spell, but I can't do recall right now because it's still their attack turn, or they've still got the mana to be able to play that again, so that my recall is doing nothing. But this is meaning that you're putting it onto the top of the deck, so you don't have to worry about the cost of the unit or champion that you are sending back, because you can be like, well, it's going to the top of their deck. Obviously this can very easily be denied, but it's still a nice form of like disruption and ball disruption, because we've been seeing a lot of hand disruption coming from Bandle City, but we've not seen much like ball disruptions. This is actually like the first sign of ball disruption. Not the best, but still like good to see that it's a thing. Magnificent! I can't believe we finally got a champion. We've been waiting so long for a champion. Please bear in mind, people, that you can catch me, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. There's also the link down below to the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, talk about all these new cards, talk about deck ideas that you've got, because there's so many things which can be done. Like with Poppy, there's actually a number of different ways that you can do this in terms of, as I said, like maybe a Teemo deck or even an elusive deck, because elusives, yet again, don't have the best stats to begin with, but if they keep going forward with her, then they're going to be getting increased stats. But as I said, even just a full-on Demacia deck whereby you're running elites and slowly but surely stacking them up, and then giving them all impact. And as I said, with a judgment for a potential finisher if they've got impact. Devastating. So I said, let me know in that Discord like what you think, as well as obviously in the comment section down below. In that Discord right now, we are still running a custom card contest, so any cards that you decide like you build yourself, please post them in there, because you could win some small cash prizes, and it will be in a video very soon, because it's until Sunday. You've got until Sunday still to enter. As well as, if you enjoyed this video in any way or found it in any way informative, why not consider hitting that subscribe button. But do not feel forced. These are the options that are available to you. Hope you have a great day, night, evening, whatever it is. And until next time, goodbye.
From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.